Hi there, Andy Wright here, Commercial Manager at Kulea.ma. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we are going to run through the power of marketing automation when it comes to event invitation, tracking engagement, and prioritizing leads from a sales persona. To bring that to life, I'm going to introduce you to 4 people. First of all is Sandra Sales. Now, Sandra is the sales representative for Acme Corp. You may be familiar with Acme Corp from Looney Tunes, and that's the place where Wile E. Coyote goes to quite regularly to buy weird and wonderful products to try and capture the Roadrunner. Now, I can assure you that the marketing automation that Acme Corp use is a lot more effective than the products that they sell in that respect. To bring this to life and how Sandra is going to invite her prospects to the relevant events and track that engagement, I'm going to introduce you to her prospects. Firstly, we have Peter the prospect. Now, Peter Prospect is an SME business owner for Peter's Heaters. He has spoken to Sandra in recent weeks around how he can drive more business and acquire more clients. We have Natalie Nurture. Natalie as well is a business owner in the mid-market space. She owns a commercial office designers, aptly named Commercial Office Designers. And she's looking to convert more of her leads and prospects into successful business. And finally, we have Callum Crosssell, a senior buyer for an enterprise organization that provides global training programs. Recent weeks, Callum has discussed with Sandra that one of his frustrations is that although he provides sales training to most of his clients, he also has customer service training that he can provide, and therefore he's looking for opportunities to cross-sell. Now, the Acme Corp events that are coming up over the next couple of days, or over a couple of days, we have a campaign that is going to be sent out inviting Sandra's prospects to that. Now, we're going to hit launch on the campaign for the marketing team at Acme Corp. Perfect. Now, what we'll see is that each of the prospects of Sandra will receive their own invitations. Now, it's one campaign that's been sent out and one email. However, the content within the invitation will be dynamically changing based on the recipient's requirements, who they are, and what we know about them. And of course, as they kick off their own individual journey within the campaign, we'll start to treat the engagement differently and start to prioritize Sandra's time and efforts around what she's likely to find as success. So let's start in the middle. Let's start with Natalie Nurture. We can see here she has received an email around mid-market events. Brilliant. You can probably start to expect what we're going to see now in terms of Peter Prospect and Callum Crosssell. Now, each of these emails follow the same structure. That's because they are the same email. They're from the same campaign. What differs is the content within. This is the personalization piece moving into personalization. Personalization is good manners. Hi, Peter. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Callum. It's what we tend to expect. Personalization is making that content relevant and increasing engagement. So as you can see, the links within the email are all tailored to their requirements. So as we click through these, what we'll find is that we move through to the event landing page. Again, the same landing page, but the experience differs based on the audience. So as we can see on the left, Peter's been invited to the SME event to drive acquisition. Natalie to the mid-market, increasing lead value and conversion event. And finally, Callum to the enterprise event and how we can open up cross-sell opportunities all across the 3 different days, the 1st to the 3rd of September. Now, sticking with Natalie, this isn't something that Natalie's interested in. In fact, this is something that Natalie doesn't want any involvement in at all, now or going forwards. So what Natalie can do is at the bottom of the email, by clicking subject access request, she can start to access her data as per GDPR as I'm sure we're all familiar with now, since it's been a few months that it's been implemented. Natalie she can do a few things here. She can update her data, she can view her data, or she can request that data is deleted altogether. And of course, by viewing it, she can download it in a usable format. By removing herself completely from the journey and from Acme Corp's list, Sandra's colleagues in the marketing department will receive notification and she'll be put on a suppression list, meaning that no communications can be sent to Natalie without Natalie requesting them in the future. So that leaves us with two more people, Peter Prospect and Callum Crosssell. With Peter, he's engaging with the content on the left-hand side, as we can see. Peter opts to actually register for the event. And in doing so, he's selected that he's interested in increasing his number of clients and increasing the average deal size of his orders. He's also confirmed that he's coming to the event. He also has the option here for a single opt-in subscription as well. Brilliant. Peter has registered. Let's keep an eye on Sandra's sales inbox as we move over to Callum Crosssell. Now, Callum's engaging with the content in a different way. Callum has opted not to register for the event, but actually to check out who the guest speakers are. Now, in doing so, he's engaging with the content differently. Again, as we can see in real time, Sandra Sales has received another alert. Before we move into Sandra Sales' inbox and looking at how she can start to prioritize her activities based on these engagements, it's worth noting that just like the email, the landing page, again, is a singular landing page, a singular email, but the content changes based on who the audience are, making sure that messaging is relevant. There is the personalization. What we're now about to move into is the automation piece. We touched on it earlier with the campaign, but now we're going to look at it in a bit more detail. The first email that Sandra received was confirmation that her prospect Peter is coming to the event. We can also see there that there is a level of insight into what he's looking for from the event. As we move back to Peter, we can see that Peter has received another email as well. So the automation continues. This has been triggered by the successful registration from Peter to the Acme Corp event around SMEs. And we can see there that from Sandra, Peter has received a note about the day and what he's looking to get from the event. Brilliant. As we move back to Sandra's inbox, we see there's another alert. This one is slightly different, however. We're being notified that although Callum has visited the web pages, he's engaging with the content, he's yet to register. But he has shown some interest in the guest speakers. This is more of an alert to Sandra as to reach out to Callum and talk to him about the speakers that we have on the day, what they're going to be covering, and other events that he may also be interested in based on that as well. So there we are. We have 3 personas, 3 prospects, 1 campaign, 1 email, 1 landing page. The content is changing based on who the audience are and what is relevant to them. That is where we see the success in not only engagement of our content, but also in driving the desired result, which is focused sales activities and targeted relevant content, encompassing personalization, personalization, and automation, all within Acme Corp's marketing activities. If you've got any questions about what we've covered today, whether that be from an event invitation or automation and engagements measuring in general, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Kulea.ma or 01908 088 914. Thank you.